What's your comment in this game? What can I do better in team fights and improve my item buildings? Safe link links. Alright. Well, let's see it in here. Clinkz, right? Hold on. What can I do better in team fights? So, since you are focusing on team fighting, do they want me to review your laning stage as well, or not needed? We'll just proceed with the team fights. If I wonder as well if you have some timestamps like team fights, those times that you clash together.
This must be the battle sung of in the Eldwomb's Edda. The battle that was truly in the bag.
Yeah. Okay.
We got this one in the
What's the timestamps then? I wonder where I cannot actually see it in here, like in the graphs or anything. I cannot see those clashes. It will be really helpful if you have something like timestamps for me. Milo, hanggang ka na naman. Mag-i-stream ako, Milo. Alright then, since you don't have any timestamps ready with you, I guess I'll just look into it. And when it comes to the team fights though, like looking into the draft of the enemy, for me, I will recommend that you always find something like Silencer or Tinker in every team fight. Especially Tinker, because if you don't let if you let the Tinker alone, he will do a lot of chaos in the game, or in the team fight. And then after throwing all of the spells, he can come back again, and then you know restore the mana first, and then go again. So I think you need to go on the Tinker first, and then Silencer, or Silencer Tinker. But I think I'm bad in laning at Clinkz too. I die stupid sometimes, so I guess we need to include it as well. Who is this? Mississippi. Hello. So here, let's see it here. Your itemization is what do you call this? 6 tango. Like you're really anticipating that the lane is going to be harass heavy. So that's why you have like 6 tangles and then even fairy fire. No mana shield. And then I actually wonder why you're here contesting with the rune. Because what will happen if you contest with the rune with your team, like especially here, which is too far from your side lane or from your safe lane. So it will take so much time for you to get back in there, unless you go for TP. If you just walk in there, I think you will be late. You will miss some CS. Or even if you will not miss any CS, the creep equilibrium, you will not be able to body block those creeps in here, and then it's not gonna be played around here. So it's still putting you at disadvantage if you're going to contest the rune in the bottom river, because it's way too far. You should use DP at that point. And yeah, Silencer DK. So how can you die in here with Silencer DK? Of course, it's going to be stunned on the DK. So yeah, did you see that, Michael? 2 creeps already gone when you went in here, and then you already lost like 130 HP because of those contests. Wait. Let's watch the first wave first. When you come in here, trying to last it, denied, and then failed to last it. 1 last hits, by the way. What do you think? What do you think is the bad thing that you are doing? Preview here. Ah, yeah, okay. So your preview. I've been waiting for you though But there's other guy that is ready, so I decided to go for the replay analysis first on him. By the way, Michael, this is the bad thing that you're doing in here. Okay. Just so you know, maybe you don't recognize this. See it here. One of the good things about Clinkz is the searing arrows, which when you manually cast it to the enemy, it's not going to draw any aggro from the creep wave. Unlike this, he tried to the Winter Wyvern tried to attack the Dragon Knight or DK, and then the creeps aggroed or attacked her. But you, on the other hand, you're not actually abusing the this mechanic, especially this skill, searing arrows. It's actually similar to Drow Rangers or Frost Arrows. Manually casting it will let you harass the enemy for quite some time. What I wanted to do in here is that with the interval of the last hits, you harass the enemy. Okay? With the interval of the last hits, you harass the enemy. So here at this point, right? So the melee creep is still healthy. Potentially it will take like 2 attacks or 3 attacks from the range creep before you could land the last hit. So what I want you to do in here is that instead of just standing in here near your range creep, you go in closer to the DK and then use the searing arrows just to harass him. Okay? That's way better to do because the DK is really weak early. If DK gets level 2 on Dragon Blood or even level 3 on Dragon Blood, it will be much harder for you to harass the guy, the DK. But right now, this is your chance to actually take advantage. Like, if you make the DK very low, he will not chase you or go to you and then stun you and then try to kill you. If he is low, he will play defensive. But if he is healthy and then he can stun you, he will play aggressive. So here, you're wasting your time in here, right? You could actually go in here and then harass the guy like this with the interval of every last hit. Even here, right? And yeah, another one. So here, second wave. Yeah, you're harassing the silencer, but what about the DK now? Look at you. Last hit. But after the last hit, right? You have so many time in here. You have so many seconds to spare to use the searing arrows. It will not draw any creep aggro. Abuse this. Right? You AFK. You even tried to help this guy. This is not your focus right now. You're going to lose those creeps, and then you cannot even kill the silencer, right? So keep on farming, keep on taking advantage of the levels that you have. Clinkz is one of the lane dominator, like Viper, you know. If you don't make him very low, he will kill you later on, like this. You are waiting so long. How many attacks that you could do in there before you last it, you know? Up until this point, the DK did not use any tango. That's how passive you are, especially when you have like 5 tangos or 6 tangos at the start of the game. You should take advantage of this. Alright, how to get my replay analyzed? You need to send it through my Discord. You need to come to my Discord in order for me to analyze your replay. Like, use the form in there. Here, Discord. By the way, Koi, I started analyzing the replay because since you've mentioned that you'll be out for 10 minutes, I decided to go for the guy that is being ready. Because I don't want to be just idle, you know? And here, Michael, you're actually trying to help your teammate so much. You're forgetting your focus. So let's see it here in a free camera. You can actually learn from here as well, Koi. This is from Clinkz. So here, since you're helping, wait, let me option here, camera zoom, right? Since you're helping your Winter Wyvern in here, actually Winter Wyvern is fine. Winter Wyvern is fine because there's no way that the silencer could kill a Winter Wyvern, not alone level 2, right? So but the problem is that you're missing a lot of things in here, right? Here's your full wave. This is your full wave.
Dyer's top tower is under attacks.
This is full wave. You miss CS and then you will lose your courier.
Has been slain.
If you paid attention to your creep wave in here instead of trying to contest in here, potentially you will be able to secure the full wave, right? Yeah. I'll be right back, Koi. I'll wait for you then. Because for me, there's no way that this DK will actually lane against a Clinkz. If you keep harassing the DK, the best thing that DK can do is actually creep aggro and then play defensive. If you just play it so aggressive. Because that's the advantage of your hero. 625 range and then not casting, not drawing creep aggro. This is really good. I think I have a similar game to it that I played DK against Clinkz in the lane, where I got bullied a lot. Here, I really got bullied a lot because the Clinkz did not stop from shitting on me. Level 1, level 2. Here. I'm forced to go for Boots' first item because I'm being harassed by the Clinkz. And then look at the net worth chart, right? Because the Clinkz is just zoning me out with the searing arrows, and then he will go back to lane when he can last it. So that's what I'm trying to say in here. This is actually a free lane for you, but you are not trying to take advantage of your strength. Last it. Look at your CS, 11-4-7-0. This should not happen in the first place. Now it's actually too late for you to harass the DK because he got he got 2 points now in Dragon Blood. 6 armor, 6 regen. How can you deal with this guy? Alright? It's gone. First 2 levels, that's the crucial part. Against DK. You'll have a harder time once you got level 5. But right now, level 3, you're not pressuring him? Potentially, he will pressure you later. So you're even going for the Falcon Blade first item. One of the good things about Falcon Blade is actually the buffs that it received. Bonus attack damage and then health increase and then also the mana regen that you really want as a Clinkz, right? But then again, the DK could actually run you down at this point of the game. Look at the damage. Look at the damage that you're doing, right? If your Winter Wyvern and then your Clinkz started doing that much earlier, potentially this DK is dead and then underleveled. If you did it much earlier. Not like this. Level 4. Winter Wyvern is so strong in early levels. Especially this one, Arctic Burn. To be fair, Falcon Blade is really shit patches ago, but now it's really good. But I don't think it's still good to be considered as first item. But maybe to some like to the likes of Clinkz, it's viable. Even someone like Morphling as well. Any heroes that require so much mana, it's fine. So now you're level 5, DK is still level 4 and very low HP. The winter is coming as well. Nah, you should wait you should wait your Winter Wyvern to do that. Because now DK will be afraid of you. He's very low. You should wait for the Winter Wyvern though to connect. So see it here. Same thing. Even though you can see the DK being kind of half HP, you're not harassing the DK. Again, if you make this DK very low, he will not really commit on you. He's the one that will run away from you. I think you're fine. You still have Fairy Fire. Keep going though. Death Pack. Can you still go? It's hard now. And then going home with no... Are you going home? You should get back by now. But even if you're even if you killed the silencer or harassing this DK, which is really late, look at the CS. 34 and 8, 28 and 3. And then look at the net worth in here. It's actually ahead of you. Just TP it out, and then it's actually space for your team, for the enemy, because Razor is in here. You're actually healthy again. No DK. Pressuring the tower. Alright. One of the things that you could try to ask for your team is for them to make stacks. With the current Clinkz, it's so easy for Clinkz to take advantage of the stacks. With a burning barrage, even with the ancient stacks, it's so easy for you to clear it with a burning barrage. That's it. Again, you're not doing it. Like the harassment.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Power treads, Maelstrom. Alright. And look at the net worth, 3.3. 3.2. Not that much of a difference, right? Because to me, Michael, this should be really different outcome if you're being more aggressive in the lane. One of the advice that I can give you is that whenever you go to a lane, you need to have like a playstyle or plan. You need to think about those things, like what are the matchups? Let's say you're going to play Clinkz, and then you're going to play against DK. You need to recognize what's the strength of the hero. Like what I've mentioned, DK is really weak early levels, level 1, level 2. But the moment DK has level 3, 4 and 5, it's much harder for you to bully him out. So potentially you're just going to waste mana in here if you're going to harass him because of the insane regen and then armor that he got. And then you only have like physical damage. But if you have Javelin, maybe you could deal magical damage on him. But yeah, this net worth, I'm not impressed. Even though you managed to win your lane, there's so much things that you can do in his lane compared to this one. Look at the margin between the two of us. 4.4 on Clinkz and then 3.2 on me. 10 minutes in. And I died once. Even though I did not die so many times, since I've been forced to be defensive due to my low HP, I've been buying consumables. And then the Clinkz is being able to zone me out. And then you even helped him with the salve. Alright. I guess it's fine. But yeah, try to ask for your support to stack. Especially ancients. I play offlane in the supports. But for the most part, I take the support role because no one wants to support in our bracket though. So many high ego. Searing arrows maybe? Yep. Keep using it. Burning barrage. If you didn't give your salve, maybe you still have your salve. Where stacks? No stacks. Arcane ring. They really need to go back to the lane. Because to me, you should be avoiding this lane now. You're very low HP. You could start playing in a triangle when it comes to your farming. Because right now you're only taking small camp and then large camp. And then the farm is very low compared to the ancients.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's healing you. Tinker dead. What else? Arcane ring maybe. Maelstrom. 14 minutes. All right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So you have 14 minutes Maelstrom. Top net worth. The question is, how do you take advantage of your net worth or your advantage? Because if you're going to play in here, if you're going to play top for the most part, you're not going to take advantage of your strength. What do I mean by that? The enemy's win condition is going to be Tinker and then Medusa, right? Those are the heroes that will make the Radiant team win. It's not going to be DK. Because if you keep on going to the DK, he's just doing his job. He's the offline, and then he is creating so much space for the whole team, right? So DK is in here and then being ganked by 3 heroes, Abaddon and then Winter Wyvern. So that means the other guys can farm. Medusa farming, Tinker farming, but kind of fighting right now. You're not stopping this Medusa from farming. If you want to stop the Medusa from farming, you should be playing in the mid lane and then pushing it. Because once you take the mid lane, you can easily invade the triangle. And with your current items, Maelstrom and then your max level on Burning Barrage, you can easily take advantage of the enemy's triangle. And then they cannot easily fight you because they're so weak right now. Yeah, classic feed from the enemy side. But you can still access the triangle from here as well. You can access it from here. Dead Silencer. Dragonlance? You want some stats, right? Keep going. Burning Barrage. Medusa though. I would go to Medusa right now. Medusa is weak. Almost dead. Do you have any better neutral item to take? Because for me, you should not get the Arcane Ring. Arcane Ring will only give you armor and then intelligence and then mana. But since you already have Falcon Blade, I don't think you still need this Arcane Ring. I think it's better if you have... Yeah, okay. Ring of the Kill at 17 minutes. It's fine. But earlier, you should have the better items instead of the Arcane Ring. And then now... just feed on the Razor. Yeah, you should play aggressive right now. Because they don't have spells like Dragon Form and then Global Silence. You should not be playing in here, Michael. You're so strong. Your team is so strong. There's no ulti that you are waiting. This guy has the Winter Scars, Borrowed Time, which is really nice. And then Rubik, low cooldown hero. They just have the Elder Dragon form now. And this guy has no Global Silence, surprisingly. Alright. But hey, you're farming in the wrong spot for me. You could be flexing your hero right now with your team. Vambrace. Maybe take it and then put it in strength or agility, whatever you want. Farming and Scaddy. Are you going to invade in there? It's warded, right? You recognize that it's warded. People's Give. Look at your enemy, or look at your team and then the enemy, right? Even if you're not there, Michael, they're doing it. They're winning the team fight. That's just how strong they are. Look at your team. They don't need you. Right? Even without you, they're doing it. Imagine if you are here much earlier, right? Imagine if you've been playing aggressively. Potentially, you've taken this tower already. Potentially, because they're so weak. I don't really know why you're so afraid to fight, like farming in here and then here. There's no point in here. It's not objective. You can just give the tier 1 tower while you guys are taking this whole map. 2/3 of the map. Yep, tower has been taken down. You're killing them. But no more, no more. Reset first. Reset. Now you can go again. This one has low mana though. Alright, maybe go rush. Wait, where are you going? That's back. And then go again. Invade together. You guys are strong. You should start. You should start making a call for your team. Rally them. Make them to follow you. Because you're so strong right now, you guys. Ah, they saw it, it's worth it. If you're gonna chase the opponents down, the other thing that you can do is force them to go to you. How can you force them to go to you? It's simply by doing or taking objectives, like towers. Take the tower bottom or the Roshan. Naturally, the opponents will react to it and then will contest it or defend it. Because if they don't, they're just giving it away. And you're alone. Good thing your team is saving you. But I think you are committed so hard in here. You're dead. Strength, maybe? Yeah, nice. Magic stick. Almost. Almost magic one. Blade Mill is actually doing it. And then Tinker. But let's save you one more time. So, look at the positioning of your heroes, right? Razor not here. Rubik not here. Only Abaddon and then Winter Wyvern, and then the whole team is actually missing. Now you saw the Ogre and then the Tinker. And you're being lasered, being saved by those guys. So when it comes to the mid game, one of your problems, Michael, is the map awareness. Your map awareness that you didn't recognize where's your teammates are or where, especially the Rubik and then the Razor, and also your hero itself. Like if you're going to go on the Tinker, you need to make sure that you got stunned or disabled. Because if you just hit the Tinker, he will just laser you down. He will laser you after, and then they have stuns to go on you. So instead of going first, you should wait for the team to go in, especially Abaddon. Wait the Abaddon to go in first, and then if the enemy will commit to the Abaddon, since he got borrowed time and then there's still Winter Wyvern, that's the time that you can go in after they use all of the spells or reveal all of their positions. So here, the Tinker was still there. You can go for Scout and walk right now. Maybe this one is awarded. And remember what I told you, instead of chasing the opponents down, try to force an objective. If you go for Roshan right now, since you guys are so strong, if you go to Roshan right now, the enemy will try to contest. Therefore, you're going to force them. You're going to force the enemy to be playing around Roshan. And if fight broke up, I think it will win, because the enemy is still not ready to fight you guys. But if you're just going to play like this, like randomly walking with no objectives in mind, you're not going to get any kills, right? So easy. So easy for them to disengage and then run away from you. They're stuck in their base, but you are not killing them. Especially if we're talking about Tinker. Tinker is just doing damage from the base. And yep, he's committing now. And then all of a sudden, 2 heroes dead from you guys. And Ogre overcommitted, buyback, hoping that he could do again, and you're farming. And your team is throwing the game. Alright? So you guys are really overestimating your power or your strength, and then underestimating the opponents. Like, what are the strengths of the enemy? If you don't see them, and then if they're on the high ground, it's really hard for you to kill them. So yeah, if you didn't play like this, if you didn't play in here and then you played in here, potentially you already got the Aegis, and then if you push the bottom lane like this, someone make the drawing, which is nice. Potentially they're going to defend, and then if you're controlling the area, most likely you're going to starve the opponents. Like they will not be able to get their items or their farm. But since you lost the engagement in the mid lane, you gave them some hope and then some space to farm all of the core items that they needed. I do wonder if you guys win this game or this match. You lost the game. I think that's because of the playing in the wrong side of the map. I think that's what happened in here. So that's the first instance of throw in this game, in that mid game or mid team fight in here. If that will be repeated for like 2 or 3 more times, you are going to lose the game. How did you lose this? I think they throw so hard. Like they already throw once in the mid lane. So even though someone made a drawing that to push bottom tier 2, you guys are not following. Right? Instead of up until this point, you guys are still strong. But if you wait for like 2 or 3 minutes, I don't think you are strong anymore. The Medusa is going to be activated, and then the Tinker, and then the DK. It's gonna be way harder for you guys to win the game or even team fights if you wait for longer time. Because their team fight is really good for later games, especially Medusa. I don't think you can fight Medusa later. Look at here. Yeah, Tinker. Go to Tinker. Why you're securing kill on the You actually secured the kill on the ogre, even though the ogre is already silenced and then the Abaddon is going on him. You should just go on Tinker. Yeah, you cannot do it. Yeah, Tinker is still alive. So as long as Tinker is alive, there's no way that you can push high ground. Good thing the Tinker died, surprisingly. Tinker is dead. This is actually your chance to take over or win. So instead of going to bottom, look at the positioning of the bottom. They even fortified the tower. So this is your creep wave bottom, right? Creep wave bottom. So that means you cannot easily push in here. It will take so much time if you go to bottom and then go to the racks. But here in the mid lane, it's actually much easier. Why are you even taking the outpost? Go to mid lane right now. There's no Tinker. Okay. Yeah, look at here, right? You see it? You decided not to push, not to punish them for being dead. You gave them time. You actually don't need to take the outpost at this point, right? As soon as Tinker is dead, that's the signal for you to take the high ground. And how can you high ground? This one is gonna take so much time. This one is much faster, so you don't need to do this. No need. Just go run down mid. There's only Medusa and then Silencer. There's no way that those heroes can defend against you guys as 4. Right? Go mid. Since there's Ghost Scepter already on this guy, maybe you need to get something like Nullifier soon. But yeah, you're still making the BKB. I can't blame you though. But yeah, someone has to buy Nullifier after, or any sort of dispel for this guy, because Tinker is gonna be the win condition aside from the Medusa. See it right here? You guys wasted so much time, and then when the creep wave is arriving in the bottom, the enemy is already alive and then ready to fight again. And here there's still like 2 heroes, Tinker and then DK. And then Tinker is just sleeping out because of no way of dispelling the Ghost Scepter. And yeah, you're wasting so much time in here. You're giving them room to win the game, right? You even lost the engagement 2 versus 3. So I think at this point, Michael, the game's over. I think at this point, you guys lost your timing, and then Medusa is fully activated. I wonder if you have any questions for me so far. Do you have any question about the analysis, Michael? Yeah, team wipe all of a sudden. GG. Even the Razor, even the Razor realized it too, that you guys are no longer in control of this game, and then you're farming your BKB, and I don't think that the enemy will allow you to farm your BKB. Yeah, but I think that the enemy will allow you to farm your BKB as well. Yep. Shard is nice on Clinkz, but he needs BKB first. Yep, after BKB, yeah. DK is bottom. Medusa in here. BKB done, but it's only... What can I do against Tinker? You cannot do anything against Tinker right now. Because Tinker is already countered you with a Ghost Scepter. The only solution that I could think of, if you want to go on Tinker, is getting this item. Nullifier. Because he got Ghost Scepter. This is the only solution that you could do against Tinker right now, at this point. Because again, you lost the timing. Right? When you're so strong, you play really passive. And therefore, the enemies now have ways of countering you. So at this point, you guys are just waiting for the enemy to commit mistakes and then win a game. Like here, they're sticking together now. And Tinker, Ghost Scepter, now you're nothing. Medusa dead, and you don't have BKB anymore, and then you're gonna die again. Easy game. Easy game for the Radiant side because you gave them room to farm their items. But if you keep on pressuring them, like what you call this, if you just keep on zoning them in here instead of fighting stupidly in here, potentially they will not be able to farm. Because if Tinker will teleport to top lane, that means the Medusa is still in here, right? The Medusa is still gonna farm, or is still not gonna farm, because the only way for them to farm is in this area, top lane, because you guys are in control in this area. But no, it didn't happen because you guys want to play 3 lanes at once. Your Clinkz was here and here, while your team is here in this area. So that's the biggest takeaway in this game. You played so passive, and then you didn't recognize how strong you are and how weak the enemies are. Even if you got MKB against Tinker, if he got like Ghost Scepter, you're not going to kill him anyway. It doesn't matter if your attacks won't miss if you can't hit in the first place. Right, Ghost Scepter, just Ghost Scepter. Yeah, you even use your BKB and then what? Nothing. Was Orchid fine this game? It depends on the timing of the Orchid. If the Orchid is really quick, it's fine. But then again, if you go for Orchid build on Clinkz, you need to make sure that you will get objectives out of it. Because if you go for Orchid, you're not actually going to do a lot of damage. You're just going to silence the guy, and then 30% of the damage while being silenced is the damage on the Orchid. That's it. Any questions though, Michael? Any questions? Shard on Clinkz and against Medusa. Stone Gaze. Good thing they don't have any detection. And then the Tinker is still alive though. You're running out of BKB and then you're going to die. Ah, good thing you survived. Good thing the enemy is not buying any detections for you. Or against you. Orchid will actually delay your core items, like damage items. Because Orchid is good for pickoffs. Dragonlance is fine if you're going to play right-click build on Clinkz. Like Maelstrom Dragonlance, it's actually fine. I actually like his itemization. I really like his itemization. Falcon Blade, maybe instead of going for Falcon Blade, you can just rush going for the Maelstrom. MKB, yeah, it is really a dumb choice, MKB. Because your problem right now is only Tinker. Even Medusa doesn't have Butterfly. This one doesn't have Halberd. This one, Agonist. And yeah, no one has Evasion or Halberd, aside from the Laser. But when it comes to the Laser though, you have the solution to it, like the BKB, right? And then, yeah. So I guess you don't have any questions to me, Michael. And at this point, I'm going to end watching your game. Look at here. Why are you going on Ogre? Right? Why do you want to go on Ogre? You recognize that Ogre is not a problem in this game, right? The reason why you're itemizing like BKB and then MKB is because of Tinker. Yep, aside from the neutral items though. Here, let's watch it here. So, so fight broke. Enemy don't have detection, so you could actually sneak up to their back in here, like here. Sneak up. Instead of going for the Ogre, this Ogre is really tanky, bro. Even if you manage to kill this guy, it's fine. It's only support. The support is not going to win games. He's not going to deal damage as well. It's going to be Tinker. Tinker. Right? To be fair, he got the Dragonlance after Maelstrom. Look at you. You are... When it comes to your targeting, or hero targets, remember this, always. You go to the Ogre, which is really tanky and then really useless in the fight, and also you have BKB. And then after you tried to go to the Tinker and then failed, you go for a Skeleton Walk and then tried to go on which hero? To the DK. Why do you need to go on DK in the first place? DK is so tanky, and then DK is only off lane, right? And look at your Abaddon. Abaddon is actually going to the Medusa. If you go to the Medusa, potentially he doesn't have any more mana. But since you wasted your time in there to the DK, it actually gave some time for the Tinker to teleport in there. And yep, Medusa is still dead though. But then again, it made your whole team work on that Medusa. Because instead of going for the Medusa in there, you went to DK. That's the crucial mistake in the team fight. So look at here one more time. Here. He uses stun, right? Remember this. He uses spells, especially the stun in here. He uses stun, but the Winter Wyvern is protecting your Razor, so you don't need to protect the Razor as well, right? So you should go here on this guy already. Oh, look at here. Look how long this Medusa survived. Because if this Medusa is already dead, potentially your team is going to move on to the Tinker, right? If this guy is dead, after the curse, maybe you could go to the Tinker already. But no, it didn't happen. You guys went busy in the Medusa, and yeah, Tinker is still there and cleaned up. So yeah, never go on that TK. You need to know the heroes that you must target. And like what I mentioned earlier, it's going to be Tinker or Silencer. But since they are both dead or Tinker is still alive, you should go for Tinker before Medusa, before DK. You need to have priorities. If DK uses the stun, DK is nothing. DK doesn't do a lot of damage. But Tinker is gonna do damage. Master's class DK, Clinkz. Is that? Kappa indeed. So yeah, I think that's the last fight when you guys really are on the losing side. It's so much harder for you to win after this. And look at your talents. Burning up barrage arrows. And by the way, you have your Falcon Blade earlier, right? You have your Falcon Blade earlier, and then you still went for the Mana Regen talent instead of going for magic resistance, because as I can see in here, only Medusa will do physical damage, and DK kind of physical damage as well, and then the three of the heroes is going to be magical and then pure damage because of the laser thing. Also, instead of going for the Skeleton Walk, which is really just being defensive or positioning, invisibility, it's actually better if you go for the Searing Arrows damage. And if you want to go for Burning Barrage, it's fine, but I could actually contest it for the attack range as well, because you have Dragonlance already, so it will synergize in there. And then the damage is fine. Multi-shot, I'm not sure about it. Because you're not going to split push in this game, since they have Tinker. So Death Pack health damage is fine. Diffuse on Clinkz is fine against Medusa. But then again, it's really a matter of timing. Because if you go for Diffusal, it's a fighting item, not a farming item. I actually like that he went for the Maelstrom over Diffusal. Because Maelstrom will give him a lot of things to do, like damage, farming, you know. But Diffusal, it's only for fighting. So DK is dead. And then what do you want to do? Roshan with shard. Wait, why you're still going on the Roshan? So Silencer is dying in there, right? Silencer is dying, and then all of a sudden Tinker is in here. Tinker used the laser and then the Ethereal Blade. So the health of the Roshan is still 3k. Why you're not going to the Tinker? Even your Razor went to the Tinker. You're still focused on the Roshan. It's actually 4 versus 3, right? And then yeah, you're taking so long to finish this. You got the ages, but you're so low. And look at the Tinker. Tinker. BKB, Burning Barrage, but still Ethereal Blade. Yep, nothing else. No more stun. GG. GG, yep. The moment that the Tinker blink in there, you can go and kill. But yeah, you wasted so much time in the Roche pit, and the game is over. Yeah. Analysis is over in this game. It's a throw. It's a throw game. I think one of the things that I could say in this game why you guys throw your lead is that you don't have a proper game plan, or you don't know how to properly zone out the opponents. You didn't zone them out, and instead of, or what you're trying after taking the tier 2 mid is that you are chasing them down. You are chasing them instead of forcing them to come into you, right? There's a big difference about it, because if you're just chasing them, they will just run away. But if you're taking their buildings or Roshan, they will be forced to leave their base and then contest it. So in that way, if they messed up with their reaction or counterplay with what objective you're taking, potentially they're going to die because they're playing from behind, and you can go for the high ground. And aside from that, when you kill the Tinker in there, instead of pushing down the lane, you decided to take the outpost. You decided to go bottom instead of just going to mid. So yeah. That's all I could say about it. Do you have any questions to me though, Michael? Anything else? Death Pack is actually one of your best spells, because that's the only. It actually make you really tanky. Really tanky, especially when you go for the talent. 50 and 50. 55 thing. That's pack health. Bonus health, bonus damage, right? 150, 17%. So I guess you don't have any questions for me, Michael? I'm going to put a check mark on your request in here. And let me know what you think about the analysis. Play a game or two, and hopefully you'll reach Archon next week or today. I don't know. Did you watch the 24k HP Clinkz clip? I haven't watched it yet. Is it because of the Helm of the Overlord, or with Chen or Enchantress, perhaps? Because that's the only way that it's gonna be possible Those heroes will give you like bonus HP every time that you go for enchant or whatever.